Hi guys, this is the editorial analysis for 10th January 2017. Let's go to the first one. This is from the Hindu newspaper. It says that in April 2014, the Supreme Court, in a landmark judgment of Nalsa versus the Union of India, it affirmed the fundamental rights of the transgendered persons. The Supreme Court gave a series of directives to the government for affirmative actions. In 2014, Tiruchi Siva, a DMK Rajya Sabha MP, introduced Rights of Transgendered Persons Bill 2014. It was passed by Rajya Sabha unanimously, but it never made it to Lok Sabha. Government now it has introduced a new draft bill in the year 2016 of its own on transgendered persons. However, the author points out certain problems in it. Let's see what are the problems in this new bill. It identifies transgender as intersex, even though a more accurate definition of transgender should be that transgender people are the people who identify as either a man or a woman or a transgender person, that is the third sex. That is, they do not conform to the binary notion. In 2014, Supreme Court had said that they will be treated as OBC from then on, and they should get reservation, and they should benefit from other affirmative actions as well. However, the new bill does not give any kind of reservation. The other problem is that most other laws in our country, like marriage, adoption, succession, etc., they continue to be based on the binary of male and female that we follow in our society. Criminal laws, especially those dealing with sexual offences, are also gendered. And one more problem is with this new bill is that section 377, it criminalizes sex with the same sex person. So, but identifying a transgender person means that we are acknowledging officially that there are more than two sexes. So this bill is sort of absurd. It does not take into account these issues. So that's on transgendered persons. Let's move on to the next one. This is from the Indian Express. It says, we already have done, I think yesterday or day before, what some of the problems that currently are acting as a bone of contention between India and China. We'll do some more problems that China has up its sleeves. Firstly, China has dredged up a long-forgotten United Nations Security Council resolution to declare India's nuclear deterrent programs illegitimate. The United Nations Security Council resolution 1172-1172 was passed in the year 1998 in the wake of India and Pakistan nuclear tests. The resolution had asked both the countries to sign the NPT and CTBT, freeze their strategic programs, and desist from developing nuclear weapons. China also objected to India's in the Indo-US nuclear deal and said that if any exceptions are to be made for India, those exceptions must be extended to Pakistan as well. And it says, of course, China has blocked our entry into the nuclear supplier group, NSG. It says that if India has to get into NSG, Pakistan will also get it, or both will not. However, we Indians have been a lamb all this time. In the year 1950s, the decade, India opposed America's decision to isolate China, despite the fact that China and India, we were having a bitter border dispute. India helped China to get into the World Trade Organization in the 1990s. We also supported them for the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. So the author says that we have been looking at China with a very idealist perspective. We need to change that. We need to look at them from a more realist perspective in international relations. Let's move on to the third editorial. This is from the Indian Express. It says that in the year 2016, Mexico City, the people there, they undertook a very innovative sort of project It's called Via Verde, Viaverde, or in English, Greenway. It aims to fight pollution, beautify the city, and reduce the stress level of the motorists. Basically, what they did was that they turned their about 1,000 columns supporting the flyovers and elevated roads into vertical gardens. So that's what they've done. It's called Via Verde. You can include this as one of your fancy points in mains. In general current affairs, it says that Modi has launched the Pravasi Kaushal Vikas Yojana to train Indian youth for overseas employment. Also, we have found a new ginger species in Andaman and Nicobar. This is important because this year they had given a question that somewhere a new species of banana and a new species of butterfly was found. So which states are these? They had asked a question. From that point of view, it becomes important. Also, the world's largest street light replacement program was undertaken in South Delhi. So that's it. Oh yes, and Hindi Day is celebrated on 10th January. Hindi is the fourth most